Now, I'm not usually impressed this easily by gameplay trailers, but you have to admit that Anthem looks pretty crazy. For those of you who subscribe to the channel for Warframe or just looter shooters in general, Anthem is going to be a game worth taking a look at. It's definitely a game that I'm going to be covering on this channel, implying the information we get in the future paints a good picture for it, but in this video I wanted to cover some things that we already know about the game, even though we don't have much information for it. For those of you who didn't catch the conference, let's answer the question of what is Anthem. Anthem is a shared world action RPG, otherwise known as a looter shooter. In Anthem, you play as a freelancer, a group of soldiers who are brave enough to leave civilization behind and head out into the world to explore and confront dangers that might be out there. You can play as a team of up to 4 people. It seems to have a drop-in, drop-out system, meaning your friends can join almost seamlessly, and it also can be played solo. This is confirmed by Jeff Keighley and the game director after the Xbox conference, so that's pretty good. When it comes to the free roam part of the game, you have to explore the outside of civilization in what is known as a javelin. This is a customizable exo which comes in a lot of different forms and variations. For example, in the trailer we have a very balanced javelin which is mobile, seems somewhat durable, and has a nice kit of offensive abilities. Meanwhile, the teammate of the character we followed in the trailer had a more slow, tanky type javelin with very devastating abilities. Each javelin has, as far as we know, at least 3 abilities, which are used by pressing the bumper buttons on your Xbox controller in a very similar fashion to Destiny. We see the balanced javelin has a volley ability, her ultimate being the ability which requires you to press RB and LB together, and then what looks like a possible slam attack ability. It's also worth noting that the website for the game mentions that you can customize your character with picked up or crafted items, which confirms that the shooting and looting elements will be in the game, as well as a crafting element, although we don't know how in depth the crafting is going to be. Your javelin will be your main source of transportation. Within the trailer, we were able to see that the javelins allow the player to fly around and even go underwater. It looks cool, but we can only hope that BioWare get the aerial and underwater combat and exploration right. Based off what the developers were saying, it seems as if they want to take a business model similar to Destiny or Warframe, meaning that they're going to keep expanding the game when it releases, although they didn't specify if it will be paid DLC, free DLC, or even how frequent these expansions may or not be put out. Nonetheless, it does confirm that the developers have the intention of supporting the game after its launch, which is good. Now, the last thing that there is to cover is the looting aspect of the game. We can see from the trailer that after the players defeated the big mech boss, the player got a weapon known as Jujara's Wraith, which was an orange rarity item. Now, at this time, we don't know how rare the orange rarity is. I'd assume it would be something similar to the exotics in Destiny or legendaries in Borderlands based on the character's reaction to actually getting the weapon. When the player gets the weapon, we can see some of the stats that you would expect to see on a rifle, such as damage, accuracy, range, etc., as well as a weapon level, which could mean that the weapon was level locked, meaning the character would have to be X level before they could use the weapon, or they could do something similar to Warframe, meaning that every single weapon would have like a progression system which would level up over time as you use it. Some other finer details that you may or may not have noticed in the trailer was the character levels when they join in, which indicates to us that the game is going to have a progression system, which is to be expected, and also the exploration system, which kind of reminded me a little bit of Skyrim. When the player dives into the water, she gets XP for discovering the dead-like caverns, which was pretty cool looking. And that is really all there is to talk about now. The only thing that there maybe is a quote from earlier in the year, which was Anthem used to be known as Project Dylan. A few months back, the game was described as a sci-fi themed game with a Destiny style which takes elements from The Division. It was also described as a semi-MMO. They also said in this quote that they don't know much more other than it was going to be the biggest project that BioWare had ever done. And that is really all the information that there is for the time being, and I'm definitely going to be covering this game on the channel. So if you want to stay up to date with the information for this game, make sure to hit subscribe and turn the notifications on. And if you like the video, don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.